Okay, good morning. My name is Bob Wakus, and I'm the Package Division Manager for Centennial Hub. I'm responsible for all delivery operations, including more than 2,000 ground employees who deliver excellent service to our customers in the greater Louisville area every day. I'd like to thank all of you for being here this morning as we celebrate a significant milestone for our Louisville ground operations, breaking ground for the Centennial Hub expansion. We are honored to have several special guests with us this morning. Governor Matt Bevin, U.S. Senator Dr. Rand Paul, Representative John Yarmouth of the 3rd District, and Mayor Greg Fischer. Thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules to be here today. We're also pleased to have several strategic partner organizations from around the state with us this morning. We are very grateful for their support in bringing this new opportunity to the Commonwealth. As you know, UPS is a global leader in logistics, more than 400,000 employees around the world. Today, we are also honored to have George Brooks, President of the UPS East Region, which is half of the domestic U.S. market, with us. George is responsible for operations in 26 states and over 142,000 employees. Thank you, George, for being here with us this morning. Now I'd like to introduce Lou Ravecchio. Lou, like George and so many other UPSers, started out as a part-time package handler, Lou in New Jersey, George in Georgia. Lou is president of the Ohio Valley District. He is responsible for operations in Kentucky, Illinois, Southern Ohio, and Southern Illinois, and he's also my boss. So please welcome Lou Ravecchio.
Thanks, Bob. Hey, first I'd like to thank all of you for being here today on this great day and spending it with us. I'd like to welcome all of you to the next step into a great future here in Louisville. As we break ground today on the expansion of the Centennial Hub, we are demonstrating once again our company's commitment to innovation and to creating new opportunities to our employees, our customers, and our community. You may not know this. When we built this building in 2007, we did it in 18 months. That's a very short construction cycle for a facility this size. But we did it because we knew our customers were counting on us to not only manage the present, but imagine the future. That's what we do. When we moved in, we named the new building Louisville Centennial Hub as a tribute to the first 100 years of innovation at UPS. In 1907, we started out as a local bike messenger service in Seattle, Washington. Today, UPS with over 4,000, UPS is the premier global shipping and logistics provider with over 440,000 employees worldwide. Here in Louisville, more than 22,000 employees are bringing the globe closer every day through a truly integrated network for the benefit of our customers. That doesn't happen without the relentless dedication to innovation, forward-looking decisions, and customer-focused actions. It also could not happen with the continued partnership and support from the Commonwealth of Kentucky and the City of Louisville. I'd like to thank Senator Rand Paul, Congressman John Yarmouth, and Mayor Greg Fischer for their support. I especially want to thank Governor Matt Bevin for his continued support and his leadership in economic development across Kentucky. So today we break ground once again on a building called Centennial. But this time that name is a tribute to the future and to the people who are leading us into the next 100 years. This facility will help us continue to grow and better serve our customers. We know that this building is a sign not only of our past success, but also of the great things to come. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Bob now. Thank you.
Okay, our next speaker will be Louisville Mayor Greg Fischer.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Lou. Good morning, everybody. I also would like to recognize our councilwoman here, Vicki Aubrey Welch, is somewhere in the crowd here, so we're in her district. Thank you very much for all your hospitality. And I really want to thank the entire UPS team here in Louisville for the outstanding work that they've done to make this possible. UPS obviously is a super critical strategic partner of our city and have been for a long time in the past, today, and a long time, I hope, into the future as well, because if any of y'all have worked with UPS, and I see a lot of UPSers here and suppliers, you know about the efficiency, effectiveness, and just super, super customer focus that UPS has here. And that's what's led to this tremendous development here today, a $300 million investment in our city. And this, of course, is not the first big investment that UPS has made here with billions of dollars of infrastructure and personnel. UPS is our biggest employer here in Louisville, and I would imagine all of Kentucky, with some 22,000 plus employees. And so their service to customers all over the world happens right here out of their nexus in Louisville. And this is just another great example, fortunately, of the expansion and the renaissance that we see taking place here in Louisville. In the last several years, we've added 55,000 jobs, started 2,500 new businesses. We've got $6 billion in capital being invested in the city. Right now, we've never seen this level of investment taking place in Louisville. So the eyes of the world are on our city for our workforce and our quality of place and our quality of life, and UPS sees that, and we certainly are grateful for that from our community. We're delighted to be your all's partner. We're happy to add to these totals today, thanks to UPS. In fact, UPS has been a partner with us right alongside our city's growth, prompting new companies to locate here all the time that just want to be next to the logistics and e-commerce facilities that UPS has, and they understand that they've got to think locally but act globally in today's world, and UPS is the partner to make that happen. When you think about what we're focusing on in the city, where the 5 areas where we can be best in the world, logistics and e-commerce is one of those. And that would not be possible were it not for UPS. And certainly the Centennial Hub expansion is a testament to that, and also to the need for additional capacity. If you're in the logistics business and you're related to e-commerce and you're thinking, what's the future look like? Well, it looks awfully good. You know, only about 10% of all purchases are made online right now, and that's going to do nothing but grow. I see Kent Euler here from GLI. He certainly knows that and has been a big partner of ours as well with the city and with UPS. So Kent, thank you for your work and GLI's work. So this puts Louisville and UPS in an even better position, I think, to grow in the coming years. And our relationship is growing stronger every day. I want to also thank UPS, not just for the GDP that they bring to our city, but they're also one of our great philanthropists. Just a couple months ago, about a month or so ago, they stepped up with one of the premier lead corporate gifts to the Muhammad Ali Center and sent a great example to the rest of the world, corporations, on helping Ali and the Ali principles and their focus on developing the youth, not just in our city, but around the world. So UPS, good job on that. And then when the call is made for help with our Summer Works program, we started a summer youth employment program 5 years ago. The first summer we had 200 employees. This year we had 4,200. So a great growth. These are for kids that don't have a mom or dad to call another friend of theirs to get a job. UPS has stepped up with us in a big way and helped us with our Summer Works program as well. So we all remember how important that first job is, and you can see with the city's growth, UPS is right there with us. So you can't ask for anything more than that when we talk about a partner. Their partnership with their Metropolitan College program also is a real testament for the rest of the world. When they think about workforce development needs, a gap, how do you bring a public-private partnership together? And what we've done together by creating this program at the University of Louisville, where students can work at UPS, get their degree at U of L, graduate without debt, and have a hopeful future forward, has been a model for the rest of the world to look at when it comes to workforce development. So I to that say, great job. UPS has helped nearly 5,000 individuals through this program with JCTC, U of L, the state, and the city. 5,000 individuals earn more than 7,000 certificates, associates, bachelor's, and graduate degrees. That is phenomenal. So great job to all the UPSers. We're proud to be a partner of your all's and look forward to performing for you every day and into the future as well. Thanks, everybody. Great job, UPS.
Thank you, Mayor. And our next invitee to speak would be Congressman John Yarmouth of the 3rd District.
Thank you very much, Bob and Lou, to all the UPS team who are here today. This is a great honor for me to be able to participate in a recognition of another step forward in UPS's and Louisville's growth. You know, one of the things that all of us who serve in Congress have is we like to have bragging rights to certain things, and obviously this community and this state have a lot of bragging rights. One of the things that I am constantly bragging about is that my district is the home of the global hub of UPS. And believe me, when I tell people that, their eyes light up because they recognize how important that is. In addition, my best friend in Congress represents Memphis, Tennessee, which is the home of that other shipping company. And I'm constantly telling him how I have a big plane, a UPS plane in my office. It's about that big, and my plane is a lot bigger than his plane. I will tell you that. So if he ups his game, I got to come back for a bigger plane. But you know, Greg said so many of the important things about UPS and what it means to this community, and I'm not going to repeat them. But I want to add one little item, and that is UPS's story is also a story of the importance of public investment in infrastructure. I don't think there's any way that the progress of UPS and the growth here would have been possible if it had not been for public investment in infrastructure by state, local, and the federal governments. And we need to keep emphasizing how important that is to continuing a vibrant economy, not just in this community, in this region, but also throughout the country. It's something that we debate every day. I know Governor Bevin has had debate in Frankfurt, and Greg is dealing with that here as well. But there is no potential for further growth unless we continue to invest in our infrastructure, and that's something that has always been a bipartisan theory and philosophy, and I hope that it can continue to be. But once again, I don't want to belabor this except to say that we see on a weekly basis what kind of an economic engine UPS is for this region. Companies, one after another, on a weekly basis, locate here or expand here because UPS is here, and we all recognize how critical UPS's future is to the future of our economy, and we're so proud and excited about this latest development. So congratulations, UPS. Thanks for your continued investment and your confidence in Louisville, and we look forward to many, many more positive announcements. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman Yarmouth. And our next speaker will be our own U.S. Senator from the state of Kentucky, Dr. Rand Paul.
Well, thanks. It's an exciting day for Kentucky and for Louisville. I want to congratulate UPS on this expansion. I consider my job as a representative to do what I can to get government out of the way of business, to get business to expand, to get them to prosper, and to allow them to create more jobs. We congratulate UPS for this. We hope for many more expansions, many more jobs, and many more years in partnership with UPS. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Paul. And our final speaker here will be our Governor, Matt Bevin.
That's it. Make me follow the guy with 12 words. That's great. Seriously, thank you for being here. I don't know if you've noticed while we've been here, the number of trucks that have hauled out of here behind us. And this is what I'm grateful for. Every one of those is a rolling 18 wheels of economic opportunity. There was somebody who got paid to load those boxes on there, somebody who got paid to wrap those boxes and get those things labeled for shipping, somebody who produced the goods that are inside of those boxes, somebody who's being paid to haul those boxes, somebody who's being paid for the cost of the shipping of those boxes, which of course is UPS. That is the power of what's being done here. States would be doing backflips. There's not a state in America, there's not a country in the world that would not be doing backflips at the idea of a $300 million investment in the infrastructure, in their economic communities. And yet, this is just another day in the life for UPS. We almost take it for granted. I don't want you to think for a minute that we do take it for granted. That in the governor's office and in as you've heard from the other representation that you have to the highest levels of the federal government, that we take this for granted. Thank you for each and every one of you. Another thing I'm grateful for is the fact that we talk about the ladder of success in America, and the ladder of success is comprised of many different rungs. It really is. And the lowest ladders of that rung are some of the various jobs that you first provide to people. The ability to be the night shift loader of boxes. It's a thankless task in some measure, and yet how many of you have ever been a box loader on one shift or another? Look at this. That is outstanding. And I'll tell you what, that's the beauty of the guys that are here. This is a company where people climb the ladder from within. This is a company that provides opportunity. I know more young people, friends and family, who have had an opportunity to start their careers because of this company. So thank you to both of you. Thank you for the commitment that you and to all of your colleagues, 44,000 of you, 5% of you who live here in Kentucky. Thank you for the commitment you've made to the Commonwealth. It is powerful. And as I was saying to Lou a moment ago and to Bob and others, if you think you're happy to be here now, if you think that this was the right geographic and meteorological and seasonal place to be located, you just wait until we get our economic house in order in this state. We will become the absolute manufacturing and shipping hub of America, even beyond what we are now. We are because of you. We will come alongside of you. For those of you we were talking to who have been to Denver, Colorado, there was a time when it was a long ways of countryside between Denver and Boulder. It is now nothing but a tunnel. The day is coming, whether we think this is good, bad, or otherwise, when that's exactly what we're going to see from Louisville to Nashville, and it will be because of this shipping hub. People already are located just over the border south of here. One of the things I'm dedicated to, two things I'll say, and it's really going to be to the benefit of UPS and because of UPS and with appreciation for what it is that you've done for this community. Number one, we're going to cut a lot of the red tape associated with actually doing business in this state. We've initiated something called the Red Tape Reduction. You can go to redtapereduction.com. I want your ideas. You all who are in the logistics business, you know where red tape gets in your way every day. Those of you that are drivers, I see some guys here. Thank you all for being here. You know what it's like, little things and big things. We want to cut 1/3 of the regulation and red tape associated with just making it harder to do business in this state. There will still be thousands of things that we have to keep people well regulated. We can cut the red tape. It's actually one of your recently departed executives, a guy who's been with you for 30-some years, John Hodgson, who's going to be spearheading that effort. I couldn't think of anyone better than a UPSer to help us figure out how to cut red tape. This is a bastion of efficiency as an organization that's outstanding. I mean, these are the types of things that we are doing. I want you to also just encourage people to think about other things that we can do. One other commitment that I will make to you is that we will get rid of the inventory tax in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, because all that is an inhibitor to the very people who want to come here and take advantage of the resources that you've made possible to us. There's a cost to everything, and there's an opportunity cost. So when things are cut, those dollars have to come from somewhere. We're going to have comprehensive tax reform in this next session. And one of the things that will happen is that we will stop being one of only 2 states in America that charges people for the privilege of having inventory on the ground. Who better than Kentucky with the UPS shipping hub to not stick it to people for having inventory? I think you all want to be surrounded by people with inventory, even though you do a good job of turning it in a pretty expedient fashion. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the commitment to us. I just truly am grateful. I'm grateful to be your governor, but I'm grateful for the investment that you all have made to us. And I do have a quick something I want to give to Bob and Lou real quickly. This is, this says George, but it was to be for you, I think. But it has George's name on it, so I don't mean to be. We've got another one here. These are mint julep cups. Just a simple token. I thought if there's anything that we should do to celebrate, what it is that is being done here, it should be a mint julep cup. There's even ingredients in there and a recipe to tell you how to use it properly. Chill it to the right degree. But thank you all very much, and thank you for the opportunity to be with you this morning.
So thanks again to the governor and all of our speakers today, our dignitaries. I'd invite you now, we're going to do the turning of the shovels, and we're going to invite our dignitaries.
To the right. 1, 2, 3. UPS.